Hey, what's up guys? Hoen here again, doing a ZU ladder live with ZU ladder tournament going on right now. I placed the first week. I think this is week 2 or 3. Yeah, I think it's week 3 right now, and I'm bringing you guys this stakeout VoltTurn team that I like, with stakeout Thievul being the star of the team. And I got a game all loading up, so we're just gonna jump into this and I'll start explaining the team while this goes on. So essentially, stakeout is a very good ability. Like, I can't understate how strong that makes Thievul, which isn't that bad when it's that 87 special attack is modest with choice specs, right? And we do have frail targets, frail, slower physical walls that don't like staying in on it. And then of course the stakeout, not much can really switch into it. Like, it has to be something like a really specially defensive Audino or like a Clefairy or Alcremie. There's not much at all whatsoever that's actually going to be able to take that. So I'm going to leave Wishy-Washy, although I am expecting I was expecting Thwacky, but okay, so this is just normal Savali. Maybe it's choice band, maybe it's workup. Savali could really be anything it wants, and this team that my opponent has just looks like a kind of like a random offense just built together with just some random mons. Like, why is there 2 normal types? I don't know. Scald looks really free. I don't mind if he goes Thwacky, obviously, because of the burn chance, and I have Tangela. So the defensive core to kind of back this up is this mixed def Wishy-Washy. It's mostly specially defensive, but I found mixed def works the best just for a mono water type, and I do have Stunfisk Galar as a special wall, and Tangela is a really good, like a phenomenal physical sponge, right? So having just the mixed def on something that's already so bulky, okay, that doesn't show you, but this Wishy-Washy is phenomenal in defenses. And so I don't mind if he gets a knockoff here or a U-turn. Lead seed, okay, yeah, like I said, I thought this team was going to be a little random. Again, hopefully we get some ZULT players on the way up, because I bet they'll have some real tough teams to play against. But we'll trade knockoff, sure. And then just Choice Scarf Sock, because I didn't want to do Choice Scarf Rotom when I have Rotom Fan as another grass resist, a fighting resist, and just a little bit bulkier. I do like the flying coverage here as well, to help out in some regards. We'll go for Sludge Bomb. I don't think anything's even immune to it. Let's see. And so Sock is just always just a safe scarfer, right? I've had no problems with it. So Volley comes out, so it's Parting Shot. I'm worried that it's like Flamethrower or something weird, so I may as well just go Wishy-Washy. Yeah, Ice Beam, that was the other thing I was thinking about. And I'm going to go U-turn. One of my favorite things about Wishy-Washy is that it does have this slow U-turn, and it's going to be really helpful for getting stuff in. Hitmonchan's actually one of those mons that Thievul does have trouble with. And I forgot I don't have Will-O-Wisp on this Rotom set. I do have Nasty Plot instead. This could be a good situation to go for it. I don't know what he'd go into other than maybe Bolton. At the same time, he might just stay in and go for like Ice Punch. So I don't know. I think I'll just Volt Switch, I guess. Let's see how. It's not the most bulky. Ear Slash will do a lot to it. So it's Toxic. Okay, that's funny. Toxic Leftovers. All right. Yeah, I guess knockoff is just the best bet. I'm fine with whatever Savali's holding being gone. Okay, Expert Belt. Yeah, it's just a funny set. I think I want to get Stealth Rocks up. He's probably going to Parting Shot, but if he just goes back into Hitmonchan, then I just go to Tangela, and I think I'm just winning this interaction. I'll start firing off a Leaf Storm here then. So Tangela can either run Leaf Storm or Giga Drain as a grass attack here, or even like Synthesis can be supported with like Leaf Storm instead of like Sleep Powder. But as for like those 2 attacks, I think on an offensive VoltTurn, you'll find that Leaf Storm is just doing better for you because you can just do some big damage and jump out of there. Whereas on balance or even stall, of course, Giga Drain's gonna come into play a lot. So I don't know what exactly this set is. I don't know why he tried to go to Leech Seed on my grass type Stunfisk, right? Because of Mimicry. Yeah, I just don't know. Anyways, Grassy Terrain boosted Leaf Storm. Let's see how much this does to Savali. I'd be surprised if this thing's like in 18%, but we didn't get it. That's alright. Oh, Defog, okay. Should I go for Scald? He doesn't like going into Thwacky now that I'm going for U-turn. Dang, this is a slower game than I'd wish. It's just the positioning's kind of messed up. Just getting some chip for maybe an eventual sweep later on. Alright, I am going to go for Leaf Storm now. Alright, fine. Now I'm going to go for knockoff because it's Toxic Protect Hitmonchan. This is our ladder. Let's see if he goes for Toxic here. I am going to just Rotom because I want to make progress. Probably won't expect Nasty Plot, so. And I'll just do a ton with Volt Switch, right? That sounds good to me. And, okay, so maybe we can finally get Savali out of the picture. Alright, that's going to be a little helpful. Gonna go back into Tangela just because Regenerator, I think it sponges most of this. Also, if that's Retaliate Stoutland, I think it is too. Then I can just go right into Stunfisk. I can bait it then. I'll probably still do a ton. Oh, okay, so you saw that coming. I am slower. That's the one thing, is that there are just a handful of mons that Modest Thievul loses out on. I am worried that well, that did a lot, but I think that's just choice band then. I don't know. I think knockoff would probably be okay. I'll do Stone Edge, sure. So it'll do a lot to Thwacky that doesn't have Inviolate. I'm gonna go for it again, just because it's good damage. And yeah, because of U-turn. Just gonna click Leaf Storm, maybe to force it out. Okay, and just scout the damage. That's alright. I'll go to Rotom now, maybe a Protect. He's getting these plays right. I'll just Volt Switch. Now I'll go for Sleep Powder. Alright, perfect. So this was definitely annoying, but I think I can go hard into Thievul and finally fire off a Psychic that should get a kill after Stakeout. Yeah, okay, same deal here. Obviously, Grassy Glide would do a good chunk, but I'm fine with losing some bulk. It will make me less of a potential check to Drifblim, and I don't know what that Drifblim set is. But I probably will be okay. Actually, I think it's Grassy Seed, right? Obviously, it has to be Grassy Seed. Okay, especially with Bolton being Grassy Seed too. Okay, so I guess we'll go Tangela and maybe just try to stall out the Grassy Terrain turns, and I'll go hard to Wishy Washy after. On what is like a Flame Orb. Ah, dang! I'm wondering if Thunderfang actually just kills me. That'd be tough. But then I'll just revenge with Tangela, I guess. Should I sack Rotom? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go for Scald. I'll probably die here. Okay, so he goes for Bulk Up. That will make him harder to revenge kill, especially I don't get the burn, and I didn't. That's okay. I think I'll keep the full health. Should I just lose Rotom? I don't know. Rotom is faster than all these guys. I think maybe even losing Thievul would be best. That's unfortunate that Thievul didn't get to do more here. I don't think Fire Fang's gonna kill. It'll do a lot, but as long as I hit the Leaf Storm, I'll be set. Okay. Now Rotom should just win. Monks, like Choice Scarf, Sock, being able to clean up pretty well. Okay, yeah, he forfeits. Alright, GG. We'll get another one of those. Again, hope to get a ZULT ladder, but this looks good too. Alright. So, Credilli, this is a very funny new mon that kind of just came up in this meta, just because it does do a lot of cool things against Rotom and Kangaskhan, and maybe even like Basculin, a couple others too. So I think that's a Stealth Rocker, maybe a special wall to pair with Kofa. And he's got Alcremie, so unfortunately Thievul won't make too much progress besides maybe like a knockoff or a Psychic there. It'll still do some good damage. I'm expecting like lead Basculin, probably, maybe even Sock. So Poison, okay. So Poison makes sense. I mean, that's his Toxic Spike Absorber. Probably a Defogger too now, so I'm imagining multi-attack or parting shot into like Credilli, so U-turn is likely going to be good enough. Dang, that still did a lot though. And then I'm going to get Stealth Rocker because if this is his Defogger, then he's forced out by Stunfisk. Kind of sucks about Savali Poison is that while on one hand it does help against Toxic Spikes, it doesn't help against really any other entry hazard. And if there's a ground type, then it's just annoying. I am expecting knockoff here. I just don't know what I should go into. I don't understand. I guess Tangela doesn't need it to violate here in this matchup. But he just decided to force me out. That's cool. I'm going to go for Sleep Powder, expecting Savali Poison to come back in. Would make a lot of sense, you know. Now I feel very safe going hard into Thievul and clicking Psychic. I would live a hit, and I'd probably do a good amount to Alcremie. Kind of want to see what it is. Okay, so he expected Dark Pulse, but even in that event, Sock would be taking so much that I wouldn't imagine it being worth it, you know? And this is why I really like Tangela and VoltTurn, is that, you know, obviously it doesn't have a pivoting move itself, but what it does have is Regenerator and Sleep Powder. So it's awesome, you know, in that regard. May as well burn a turn of sleep while he does as well. Get a Sleep Talk off. Okay, awesome. U-turn. Scald would have done a lot too, you know, if U-turn's doing 9% already. Yeah, I can just tell you right now, that would do a ton. So another Psychic. He's probably going to wake up, but a multi-attack won't 1-8 KO a Thievul. This will probably do a good chunk, but it's especially defensive, so this actually might kill. Let's see. Yeah, because Takeout does double damage on switching, so I just needed to do 30 min. That would have to have been like a really high roll the first time, super low roll the second, so that seemed pretty safe. Especially offensive Basculin is pretty scary, but I do think that Tangela isn't really doing me anything good right now. I don't think I'll take 2 Hydro Pumps, but if it's like flip turn on the Sleeping Wishy-Washy, yeah, exactly. I would lose some momentum there. And now I get to either get, you know, Savali Poison in if I wanted it in. But, okay, in this event, so this is really scary for me. I think I have to go hard into Rotom and just nasty plot, because defensive sweepers, or especially Alcremie, Calm Mind, is a very tough mon to deal with. So I think I'm just going to go right into here and just start some... Oh, that's nothing. Okay. Thankfully, I got a flinch. I think in any event, it would have been closer to like a 50-50 that next turn. But with the flinches, I guess this is just over. Alright, I mean, I feel sorry about that, but I wanted to scout what his Alcremie was, because I didn't want Mystical Fire versus Cursed Stunfisk, because if it was just Stored Power or like Draining Kiss or something like that, then Stunfisk might have been able to curse up enough to actually break it, you know, outstall it. I don't really have the best like anti-fairy mons on this team, unfortunately. And I think that's a problem with a lot of teams, is that Alcremie, you can just sweep them if it gets a lot of momentum. But my game plan there just was to not, try to avoid revenge killing with Socks. I don't want to be locked into close combat as much, but also just keeping Rotom alive to the nasty plot against it. And then, yeah, you saw that. But you saw what happened there. But even if I didn't get the flinches, I think I would have done enough with just enough with the damage eventually for maybe Sock to revenge kill, or just for it to get low, maybe even for Tangela to revenge kill, something like that. It's a little tough. It's something that I hope I don't see in this matchup, and maybe I should patch it if I'm using like Specs Thievul as a wall breaker. But it's hard to say with what. Maybe I could change Rock Slide to like Iron Head on Stunfisk. You get Iron Head. You know what I mean? I don't even think this thing gets a steel attack, a physical steel attack. It gets Metal Claw. That's so bad. Alright, I'll get another game. Alright, we got Landowner. That's that's a ZU regular. Wait, why can't I think of his name? I don't know why I'm blanking here, but really good guy. Looks like a pretty scary VoltTurn himself. Oh wow, look at that with what's it, Berserker. Different threats. I wouldn't say better or worse, just different. And at the same time, I think I'm gonna lead Wishy Washy, because I don't think he'll lead Uxie on a team with Specs Thievul, right? And this is a great time just to go for Scald. Well, actually, he's faster. He's got a faster U-turn. I think I'll just take the slower U-turn. I still like the turn 1 Scald, because I didn't think let's see, okay. Yeah, Thievul, right? Stunfisk does not take this at all. Not Stunfisk, it's gonna tank. Burning Jealousy, though. Because if he goes for Sleep Powder, Tangela probably lives. Burning Jealousy is probably stronger on Skuntank anyway, so I'm going to go Burning Jealousy, sure. Burning Jealousy is mostly for Pharaoh Seed and Galarian Stunfisk. Although in this case, you could tell it ended up being pretty helpful too. Dark Fire is just pretty good offensively. Like it's the Houndoom stabs, right? But it's a good combo fire. I wonder if that even lives at full. I don't know. I'm gonna go Tangela because I don't want Wishy Washy to be chipped anymore. If it specs Ice Beam, it's a good play. 7%. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head if that's like Choice Band Scarf or specs, but that's what they tend to run. I am expecting like Overheat over Volt Switch here, or even Trick Switcheroo. I mean, okay, all right, this is cool. It's subtoxic, so Stunfisk can take a Flamethrower. Probably take like 3. Phenomenal. So no reason I think not to just go for Thievul. Yeah, let's go Thievul. Dang it! All right, he went for sub again, or Flamethrower. Okay, that's actually not even doing anything, so I'll just happily click Dark Pulse. Thunderbolt will do 50 something, but who cares? This is a good opportunity to get a good hit. I do like Subtox Manectric. It's a really cool mon. Although on this team looks like just a really classic VoltTurn. I mean, and you already have Skuntank as a stall breaker. Did you really need, Did you really need Subtoxic? I don't know. Probably does okay though. Actually, I remember he used this in what's it called? UMPL. I was gonna say ZUPL, but no, that's the current tour. Anyways, for those sequence of plays, I knew he was gonna go to Flamethrower to try to chip off Thievul and not let Stunfisk in, so that makes sense. And then I just went Sock. Sock's actually in a really good position to maybe clean with close combat, and if I keep Tangela around for maybe what is probably, looking at it now, definitely Scarf Basculin, then I'm in a great spot. I'm expecting like U-turn more than I'm expecting, what is it, Stealth Rock. So, but either way, Rotom would be a great option here, you know. Yeah, perfect. Manectric after leftover recovery probably lives in Air Slash, but I'm still gonna go for it. My biggest concern is that it doesn't break Substitute. Okay, I'm gonna go for Air Slash. Yeah, I don't mind the. Yeah, I don't mind Flip Turn even if it is a crit. That's fine. I'm gonna click Volt Switch because he already revealed Fake Out, so he knows I know it's Fake Out, right? So I'm totally expecting U-turn now, because he probably thought I'd go into like Tangela or something. Yeah. All right. I'm getting some crits here. It's a bummer, but it's okay. Still doable. I still have my Violate, so I can take a Flamethrower if I wanted to. I don't really want to though, and I don't know. I think we'll just go for Sleep Powder. Hopefully he goes for Nasty Plot. Flamethrower would be a good min play between Tangela and Stunfisk, in the same way that I had a good min play against his Tangela and Berserker. Fortunately, I gotta keep some of these guys around. They're all pretty low now. All my offensive mons, like if he gets Stealth Rock up, I gotta be really careful with that. Yeah, this is definitely a tough play on his end, and I'm making a little bit of a risky play. However, if I land Sleep Powder, I'll make a lot of good progress. And, you know, it could totally miss too, and then it's something that I just have to live with. I also like that his Earthquake switching is kind of gone. I mean, Uxie doesn't take much at all. Takes really nothing, but at least there's nothing immune or resisted with Generator, right? Because that would just be worthless. And I gotta exploit the lack of Tangela on this VoltTurn. It's going to be my best bet. Alright, I'm gonna put a friendly timer on. I can't believe this thing doesn't get Iron Head or anything like that. Yeah, that's my best bet, unfortunately. Alright, so he went Basculin, but that's actually, the miss on the Sleep Powder is not the end of the world. So I wonder if he knew that was coming, or if he just didn't want to go into, do nothing to Stunfisk, which would be fine too. I think I'm going to go for knockoff now on, yeah, Berserker. Okay. I am expecting U-turn. He actually has nothing for Stunfisk now. I just realized that. Wow, that's really good for me. I'm going to go for Leaf Storm, yeah. This will just do a ton. Okay, well, nothing to stun tank. Never mind. Alright, I got a crit back. That's pretty cool. Should I sack Thievul? No, I shouldn't sack Thievul. I definitely shouldn't sack Tangela, because I like how strong it can be and still walls Berserker. And then yeah, we'll just go Stunfisk. Like he said, he's really got nothing for it now. Okay, now I'll sack Rotom because Thievul gets a kill. He's gonna go for a close combat probably. Yeah, that's perfect. Alright. So I mean it was a good play by him to get Berserker in to try to break Stunfisk, but as long as I'm getting some leftovers recovery back, and if I can get a curse up, that'll sweep late game. Basculin's asleep, 0 turns burnt. It's a great position for me. This is essentially a kill, yeah. I will have to switch out for Skuntank, but I think it drops. Alright, wow, so now I get another sleep target if I really wanted it. And then actually, one turn of leftovers recovery may have just guaranteed Stunfisk as a switch in, which is kind of nutty to think about. I guess safe switch in. But he went for Thunderbolt. I actually wonder if I should just go for... I'll go for Rock Slide, 'cause it's a fair enough mid-ground. It'd be doing the same thing as Earthquake, essentially, at that point. But now I'm going to go for Stealth Rock. He goes for Curse, yeah. I think we're going to trade Stealth Rocks here, probably. But I should maybe just go for... I wonder if I should just go for Curse. I don't think so. I think I'm going to go Thievul. Because if he wants to go for U-turn, that's fine. You're right. You know what I mean? I force him out. He lost some more damage. And I basically get a kill now with Sock, or I put something to sleep with Tangela, probably. Oh, okay. Actually, I like this play a lot. Look at this. His Scald switching. I forgot about that. He's got nothing for Scald. I wasn't even looking at that. I don't know if I should just rest or just... No, I think Scald is so strong. I should go for it, right? Now, Close Combat is going to do like 3 times that. Not 3 times. Like twice 22. So, I should live it. You know, I should still be okay. And what I love about... I don't know why he went for Thunderbolt. Maybe he needed me to choke at that point. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I could essentially sack something when Manectric comes in and go for just, you know, the Sock sweep. But Wishy-Washy's doing a lot here. But again, my Stunfisk is too healthy that I can just go straight into it. If you got that other Flamethrower off, though, then Stunfisk couldn't afford to switch into Flamethrower. And then it'd be more of like a 50-50. Do I go hard Stunfisk or do I go Scald on the Flamethrower and Manectric drops? It's a tough place to be in for him. I think that if this Basculin was like Choice Specs and this Manectric was Choice Scarf, 1, it'd be a lot more standard, okay, but 2, the benefits of that would be that my Wishy-Washy would be a lot more worn down from that Specs Hydro Pump that would probably be thrown around. You wouldn't have to go for Toxic on Tangela. You could have anticipated Tangela coming in and going for Specs Ice Beam at 1-hit KOs pretty much. You know, so he goes for Thunderbolt again. I think he's just expecting something, I don't know. He goes for Flamethrower. I wonder if Rock Slide actually kills. I could have been wrong in that it didn't, but Manectric's not that bulky, you know. And this is essentially game. There's nothing he could really do about this now. Because Sock comes in, clicks knockoff twice on Uxie after rocks. I should be okay. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a little less. Okay. But I do have Wishy-Washy still. And Tangela too. I think I'll keep... Yeah, I'll just go Wishy-Washy. It really doesn't matter. Future Sight would be maybe problem. It might be a problem, you know. It doesn't matter though. I still have a Violite. Leaf Storm's gonna do enough. Yeah, now that's over. Alright, GG. Alright, he is Future Sight. That's funny. Stealth Rock? Okay, it's over. So, what I was gonna say was, actually, I don't even remember what I was gonna say, other than, I mean, yeah, cool team. I think if he had those changes that I mentioned earlier, probably be a little bit more offensive. Actually, would have been super standard. I kind of wonder though if like a Sulfus Berserker is enough as a wall, because you saw how it kind of got as a special wall, how it kind of got worn down. And how, like, Burning Jealousy Thievul kind of just hurt the whole team. You would have had to predict that, maybe go Uxie or, like, Basculin even. And, like, what do I have for Burning Jealousy Thievul if I'm in the same situation? I've got just Mixed Def Wishy-Washy. If I really needed to tank a hit, that's why I like it, because it's just a sponge for anything random I might see on the ladder. It usually does okay, and its weaknesses to grass and electric are covered by Tangela and Stunfisk just perfectly. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all, you know. And it's part of the reason why Uber Landon. How did I forget his name until now? It's part of the reason why Landon, I think, was clicking Thunderbolt, clicking Thunderbolt on Wishy-Washy, because it just would have been just so hard to get rid of them, right? And because of that that hard play to make if I'm going to switch or if I'm going to stay and go for Scald. But that was a good game. I think I'll get one more and I'll call it a day. Alright, so here we got a funny little Clefairy Colossal team here with just random SD Leafeon, I guess. And so again, this is another one of Thievul's hardest Pokemon to kind of face up against, being Clefairy. And I do have knockoff, so that's good bait. You know, Clefairy hates taking knockoff. It really can't afford to. In this case, I think I'm going to switch, or probably, it's tough. Again, Wishy-Washy does so well as a lead with all of its bulk and its mixed defenses. It really does help secure a slow U-turn. But a slow Scald would, or just a Scald in general, would be helpful. I think I'm going to go Tangela though, just because its Sleep Powder switching Leafeon cannot take a Sludge Bomb. And then I'm just going to go for knockoff, and I'll try to win the Hazards War later on. I'm going to have to switch out now. Let's see if he goes for Flamethrower. Okay, yeah, that's what you expect. Yeah, I may as well go for another, right? It's a little risky, but probably worth it. Get Wishy-Washy in for free. Colossal still sleeping. Just going to fire off a Scald. So here comes Clef. I don't know what this Clef is, of course, but I don't want to take a knockoff. Well, actually, I'll have Wishy take a knockoff, if anything. Alright, never mind, it's slower. I forgot about that. I should probably make that min speed. Or, okay, maybe it is min speed and that's just teleport. That's all that is. Of course. But Clef might not be able to take a Dark Pulse. I'm not too sure. So if this Duck Trio is sub-toxic, that's a good set. Great set in this meta game with Tangela everywhere. That's what it looks like it is. I can't do much against it because I'm not, you know, I'm not Giga Drain. This is another fault of this set. I'm going to go for another Leaf Storm just to break it, and because I can afford to, you know, lose some more HP because of the Regenerator. And then Wishy-Washy will do fine. It'll tank an Earthquake, go for Scald, and probably just go for a slow U-turn. U-turn won't break sub from Duck Trio, obviously, but I don't know. It's still kind of strong. It's still a pretty strong attack because Duck Trio is so weak. Yeah, I'm just gonna stall out some of his substitutes and go hard Wishy now. Glad this thing didn't take a knockoff because the leftovers recovery is really helpful. So I'm assuming he doesn't think I'm Rest Talk or something. Oh, okay, this is a weird... Oops, sorry. This is a weird Wishport Clefairy. Great time to go for just Nasty Plot. And now I'm going to go for Defog because I just hate these rocks being up, and I think whatever he goes into... Well, I could go for Air Slash first. No, I'll just Defog, I don't mind. Clefairy is going to be annoying, but I'm probably going to be able to break it later on anyways if I can get a knockoff against it. Or on it. And I really just don't even know what he's going to go into. Air Slash is free. I mean, Midnight Trick is probably the safest mon for that. It'll still take, like, I don't know, it might lose half its health. No, I think it'll take like 44%, something like that. So he actually goes for Teleport. For Seismic Toss? Dang, Rotom has no HP, does it? Why is that doing 41? That's okay. I'll take it. Yeah, I didn't need the HP on Rotom that much. Other than that, I probably won't be able to take Thunderbolt as well. But, like, still take Iron Head from Duck Trio. The defog is also nice because it's a little bit more hacks proof, right? I don't have to worry about Air Slash missing. Dang, that did nothing though. Alright, well now it's absolutely in range of Thievul. I'm gonna go hard Stunfisk. Oh, so that was quick. That was a super quick Thunderball from him. You know, Cursed Stunfisk actually might just clean up here. It might. I'm gonna go Thievul. I don't even know what I'm expecting. Probably Quillfish, I guess. Leafeon. Okay. Yeah. Thievul's perfect. And I'll Burning Jealousy because I think he might stay in, you know? Again, it's another one of these grass types I'm in on versus a Dark Resist that might come out, and Burning Jealousy just does great here. Yeah, that's awesome. That's Clefairy's not really an issue anymore. Now Dark Pulse is free if I wanted to. You could go Colossal, but I don't know why you'd keep Clefairy. The only thing he might be able to recover on is Wishy-Washy, especially if it's asleep. But other than that, it's maybe even Sunfisk. I don't know. It just looks like it's going to be fodder, though. This would be an opportunity to get Colossal in. This would definitely be a great time to get Colossal back in and remove the, or to get Stealth Rax back up. Otherwise, though, it's just, I mean, I did enough damage to Clefairy that I'm content. Because I can go for Scald now and just annoy everything. Yeah, I would think my opponent's best continuation maybe would be to go to Colossal on the Burning Jealousy. I'm absolutely clicking Burning Jealousy here. I want Clefairy out. And I go to Wishy-Washy, you go set up Stealth Rock, and then you sack Clefairy on the Scald. Probably click U-turn though, but regardless, just sack Clefairy then and you get Rocks up. That's your best bet to recover from this situation. So, looks like he took a little time to figure that out. That's okay. It's a good, I mean, I think it's probably the best play there is for this. If my opponent wins, I don't know. It might be just because of, like, Subtoxic doing something crazy. Okay, so perfect. I don't think he maybe should have done that, but I go going into Leafeon because I think I could Dark Pulse now. Although I guess it's the same deal, right? Oh wow, what is this? Is this another like Subtoxic mon? Okay, so this is new. Oh, but it's slower. Leech Seed. All right, well I feel bad for missing because he could have definitely got some health back. All right, so I mean that's unfortunate, but I didn't think it was worth closing the game. I also don't, I mean, he would have been in like a little less than half because I would have went hard Tangela, he would have went for another Protect, get more leftovers. It, you know, at that point, it doesn't matter. It's probably just going to click Sludge Bomb. And I was going to start to try to get my own Stealth Rocks up. Now that Colossal was chipped, and I could probably play with Rocks up. But alright, I guess that's okay for now. Funny teams, you know. I think this team, this VoltTurn, I'll have it at the bottom of the, or in the description, of course, as always. I think it's okay. I think some of its holes can be patched just by, you know, brute force, maybe a little bit of luck, little flinches. I could maybe even try something like Parting Shot on Thievul over Knockoff. It doesn't get toxic because it's like a Gen 8 mon, but maybe there's something else there too. Hyper Beam might be pretty cool. But that's that. So let me know what you guys think about this this team, and if you guys are trying the ladder tournament, I'll link that down below too if you guys want to try it. It'll be a fun little part of the ZU circuit. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content.